I'm Safia, your science teacher. Today we are going to have the revision of the lesson, the right clothes to wear. Lesson we have discussed about the clothes which we wear in different times, in different occasions. Like if you are celebrating any traditional festival, you will be wearing traditional dresses, and if you are going for a party, then you will be wearing party wear, which will be like, it can be Indo-Western fusion, whatever it may be. It is as your like it, as your choice. So we have discussed about how the fabric is made, how clothes are made. As we know, clothes are made by two different fibers, that are by using natural fibers and the other fibers are synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are obtained from the nature, they are present in the nature. The fibers can be obtained from the plants or from the animals, that are called as natural fibers. So if examples are like cotton and jute are obtained from the plant, and silk and wool are obtained from the animals. So these four materials are the fibers, are the natural fibers. They are present on the plant and the animals. So we have to take out the fibers from that. From that fibers we make fabrics, and we use that fabrics in our day-to-day life. Whereas synthetic fibers are opposite of the natural fibers. In synthetic fibers, you can observe that they are not found in the nature. They are artificially made. They are man-made. So synthetic fibers are also called as man-made fibers. As they are made artificially, they are also called as artificial fibers. So these fibers can be obtained by the chemicals. And not only that, when we make silk, after making the silk, the leftover silk are the wool. After making the wool, the leftover parts, which will leftover some fibers will be, which are not good. So that fibers, instead of throwing, what they will do, they will take that and they will add chemicals into that. So when they add chemicals, it will give rise to a new cloth. So this is how artificial cloths are made. There is a difference between natural and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers have, when they are burnt, they will give the smell of burning hairs. When feathers are burnt or when hairs are burnt, what kind of smell will be having same smell will be present for these clothes. And whereas synthetic fibers will give the smell of a burning polythene. When any plastic polythene is burnt, what kind of pungent smell we will get? We will get pungent smell. That pungent smell we get when we burn any synthetic fibers. So natural fibers are cotton, jute, wool and silk. Synthetic fibers are polyester, nylon, acrylic, etc. Many synthetic fibers are there. Next, natural fibers are not stretchable. They have some elasticity, but not more than it is not that much that synthetic fibers have. Natural fibers also have elasticity, but whereas the synthetic fibers have more elasticity, we can stretch them more and more. Synthetic fibers are stretchable. Natural fibers, as they are obtained from the plants and animals, they are expensive because lot of hard work is there. First of all, if you see plants, we need to have the agriculture field to grow the plants. Okay, commercial plants we have to grow. Other plants we can't grow. To get the cotton, we have to grow cotton plants only. In the same way, whereas wool and silk, for obtaining silk or wool, we have to rear the animals. Rear animals means you have to grow the animals. Okay, so from small animals to big animals, and from small egg to the butter, to get the silk moth, we have to grow them. So lot of hard work is present. So that's why they are expensive. Even synthetic fibers are also expensive, but that much of hard work will not be kept. So that's why they are cheap also. Comparing to natural fibers, synthetic fibers are cheap. Okay, like example I can give. If you see silk is costly, right? Whereas in this the other fibers, synthetic fibers, which have the soft like rayon. Okay, they are soft. So comparing to silk and rayon, rayon is cheap, so that you can prefer. Whereas wool, actually woolen clothes are too expensive. So instead of getting woolen clothes, nowadays we are getting acrylic woolen clothes, acrylic clothes. We feel like they are sweaters. Okay, they are made up of wool, but they are not made up of wool. They are made up of acrylic. Lot of acrylic is added into that. Small amount of wool is taken and chemicals are added. It will become acrylic. So here woolen clothes are expensive, whereas acrylic is cheap. So in this way, these fibers are different. And if these natural fibers will take more time for drying, synthetic fibers will not take more time for drying. Natural fibers form wrinkles, whereas synthetic fibers will not form that much wrinkles. So because of these, they are used in our day-to-day life. And we, as the occasion, in the night time we wear night wear, in the school time we will be wearing uniform. When I am doing my professional work, I will be having my professional dress, like I have a blazer now. In the same way, when the people of civil services are the soldiers, they have to have their own uniforms. So uniform is used to specify an organization. So if you have, all of you have same kind of uniform of our school, that is because it resembles that you are our students, our school students. In the same way, civil service police will be having same color uniform that resembles they are the police of our country and of our state, because state to state color is different. Kolkata, you have seen the uniform of the civil people will be white, civil service people, civil police will be white. Here it is brown, different color. Whereas soldiers have same kind of uniform. And if you see, the uniforms of the civil people are the people who are guarding our cities, our borders. Their uniforms are tough. They are made up of tough material, because they have to wear them and they have to fight sometimes. So that's why the cloth which is used for making their uniforms is tough. And next, so we wear clothes to protect ourselves from heat, sunlight, dust, and all the weather conditions, from mosquito bites, etc. And not only that, clothes are the symbol of modesty and simplicity. How beautiful you look if you wear your correct uniform. And they also resemble the state or the region where you live. Like I said, in India we use sari. Okay, Indian women will be maximum using saris. That means that is our traditional wear. Whereas Japan, they will use their traditional dress. And even in country to state to state, we can see differences. Like Punjabi people will be wearing Punjabi attire. Okay, Kashmiri people will be wearing Kashmiri attire, and all these people have different attires. So this is how the clothes are important. How we need food and water, in the same way we need clothes also. Without clothes we cannot survive. And it is not only that you have to wear the clothes and throw them away, but you have to take care of those clothes also. You have to clean the clothes, because clean clothes will help you to keep dust away. After, if you are wearing a uniform today, then after evening it will become dirty. Okay, some of the dust particles will be forming on that and it will become dirty. So it should be washed. Okay, so next day you have to wear the clean dress. So what happens here, you are away from the dust. You are not affected with any kind of disease, because no germs will be present if no dust is present. And not only that, woolen clothes, silk clothes, as they are made up of animal fiber, there is a problem that they may get moths in them, small insects, we may get small insects in them. So what we have to do, we have to protect the clothes. How to protect that clothes? By using naphthalene balls or moth balls, which are available. White balls are available in the foldings of woolen and cotton silk clothes. You have to put these balls, so moths will not attack. Okay, and next, dry neem leaves. We can use dry neem leaves, are also important. They are actually the neem tree has a lot of medicinal uses. So one of that is we can use, instead of mothballs, we can use the dry neem leaves. Neem leaves which are dried in the sunlight. Keep them in the foldings of the silk and woolen cloth. You can protect your clothes. And whereas the clothes which we use regularly, we need to wash it regularly. So we use antiseptic. First of all, we use detergent. Then we'll be cleaning that. Then we'll be using the antiseptic solution to completely nowadays we need to sanitize. So use antiseptic solution, and later on we have to dry them in the sunlight. And in this way you can protect your clothes. Whereas it is about your complete body. And the last one are the feet. How to protect your feet? By using socks and shoes. Socks and shoes will protect your feet from dust, from insect bites, from all the weather conditions, etc. So it is also important to use the clothes like we have to use the socks clean and tidy. So this was the lesson, right clothes to wear. We have discussed more in the first 2 sessions. This was the revision. So I hope you have understood it clearly and properly. So go through the video thoroughly and properly and write your examination. Thank you. All the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.